my name is Nuts Juice, but you can just call me Juice. I'm an animator and freelance artist. I've been drawing for about 9 years. I can't tell if some of you know me of previous videos I've done, but we don't talk about those. I decided to revamp this whole channel considering I haven't posted here a lot, but I'd like to considering I'm working on a big production project of an animated series called ADA, and I'm very excited to talk about it. So, to give some background, ADA is like a future world where aliens integrated on Earth with humans, and the big bad evil company named ADA Pharmaceuticals, which is just their cover-up. It really stands for the Alien Disposal Agency, which is an underground group of for-hire assassins who work for those who want to get rid of their alien competition in private without getting in trouble. And I love it. I've been working very hard on it, and I have a team of voice actors, and they're all really cool, and it's coming out soon, so like I'll post more about it, but keep an eye out for it because I'm very excited and we all worked very hard on it. Besides that, I decided to like do some fun stuff where I give like an overview of how I remade all my characters from their beta designs, because honestly, I made their designs in high school like 4 years ago, and I feel like crapping on my old designs is funny content, so you can't blame me. And we're gonna start with my baby boy, Colin. So Colin, my baby boy, my little lanky man. Oh my god, his old design makes me cry because there's no spice. There's nothing to look at, nothing to eat up for dinner. So, first off, I wanted to change a whole bunch of things because, dear lord, I had nothing to work with. Besides, like, the hair color and the bangs. I don't even know if you can call these bangs. These don't look like bangs. They just kind of look like a fucked up bowl cut. So, I decided to pretty much make his hair longer because I didn't really like how short it was and how messy it looked. Especially because their occupation is being an assassin. I'm pretty sure having their hair down is a liability. I don't want anybody to be able to yoink it. Yeah, his hair is in a low ponytail, but let me have this. I love drawing long hair, and I love drawing it all flowy. It's my kryptonite. I also decided to give him like these 2 hair strands in the front because I kind of had that in my past design, but it was weird. It was like small strands. It didn't look like the hair length I wanted for it. So I decided to kind of like thick them up a bit and kind of rest them shoulder length because I thought they looked cute. I love the front hair strands and hairstyles. They look so adorable. And then we were gonna do basic lab coats, but then we realized that's kind of boring and there's not going along like these designs anyway. And we didn't really want to add too much because, okay, here's my reasoning. Yes, they're office workers. And yes, we want their designs to be interesting. But that's where the hair comes in the face and the eyes and facial expressions. Expressions. I can't talk. I'm so sorry. So pretty much, I decided to be like, okay, well, their cover-up is being normal. So I have to draw them in normal clothes anyway, because they're, they're perceived as normal people. Normal scientists, lab workers, all that jazz. And I didn't really want to add too much. I didn't want to draw too much attention to their design. I want them to look like normal people. But there's a whole like thing where I drew their other outfits for when they're secretly killing people. But that's for a different time. And you'll probably see it in the show. I don't really want to spoil those outfits. They look so cute though, and I really want to like go more in depth in them in the future. So pretty much, I decided to make them like, give them a little spice by adding the logo on the backside. And it made it look more like, I don't know, it's interesting. I didn't really want to add because in the main logo, you see the X cross out in the little logo thing. And I didn't really want to add that because if normal people saw it, they're gonna be like, why is there an X over the alien? Aren't you guys pro-alien? And they're just like, so I decided to just make it a normal alien logo, maybe as like just a cover-up for their like normal jobs, I guess. Considering none of them know how to do medicine. Good lord. I pray for these little guys. So I decided to give him pants and jeans, just like business casual, just make him comfy. And I gave him like these little like Converse shoes, because I love Converse. I love drawing Converse. And honestly, I don't care. I will draw them as much as I want, and I love them. And I decided to kind of make him taller, because he used to be really short in his old design, and I didn't really like it. He looked too twinkish for me. He looked like a little twinkler, and I didn't really feel well about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love the twinks, but I kind of made it too obvious that he was a twink. Honestly, I'm very proud of how it came out. I think I could have done a lot more, but that's for the future funky outfits. But anyway, here's Colin. Such a sweet little guy. I love him. Next up is Michael. He's my favorite second boy. But I guess it doesn't matter because they're all my favorites. His design was very plain and did not fit his personality. He has a very extroverted and outgoing personality. He's very loud and proud and doesn't really care about what other people think. He's my little class clown, but his outfit did not fit, honestly. And he had like a weird choppy bowl cut that I didn't really understand because I didn't put underlines, so it also looked like he was bald. So I gave him a side part and I kind of scuffed up his hair a little bit to look like a weird fluffy mullet in the back. I want to give him a little scruff. He's my little scruffy boy. And I gave his hair a darker brown instead of a ginger just because, you know, gotta rep. His design is it's so good now. So I gave him like an alien t-shirt because for background, his boss is very serious and like, I'm gonna show her in the next video when I do the side main characters, but out of spite, he wears an alien t-shirt even though they kill aliens just to spite his boss, and I love him for it. Such a mood. He's so valid. So I decided to make him wear that constantly, so I'm just gonna make that his default. I gave him like these pale blue jeans just because the color fit, and honestly, I love pale blue jeans. I love muted colors. And I gave him little sneakers, little green sneakers. If you can't tell, his favorite color is green. I also gave him green eyes instead of like the brown orangey ones. And I decided to make him a little more tan, make a little more diversity in my characters because, dear Lord, I did not understand diversity when I was younger. So I decided to also make him a little beefier, make him like himbo, my little lad. So I made him a little more beefier, a little more thick, because we love a thick man. I like puffed out his chest a little bit more. I wanted to really change up the way my silhouettes look in this show, because everyone back then looked the same. Everyone was short and thin, and I didn't like that. So I really took in the rule of squishing and stretching out their bodies a lot more. And so I made him kind of tall, kind of beefy, and I love it. It fits him way more because I love the himbo vibe I get from him. And especially in the show, when you watch it, you're gonna understand what I'm talking about. He's such a sweetheart. I love him. He's a mama's boy, and I love him. His brother is actually in the next few designs, and you're gonna love him too. I decided to make him a lot more lively, because back then he used to be like he was extroverted, but he was like, for some reason, also quiet. He had a very contradicting personality back then. He also went by Michael Jens. What the fuck is Jens? If any of your last name is Jens, I'm so sorry. So I decided to name him Mikael Vasquez. Gotta rep. And so honestly, I'm very proud of how he came out. I love Michael. Michael is love. Michael is life. And so here he is. Here's Michael. Next up is Andreas. So you're gonna notice very quickly, this is Michael's brother. They're twins actually. And so Andreas is more of the serious guy. he has a lot of stuff going on that's gonna be revealed in the story. So for now, he's just gonna be my token angst character. I don't care. I love him. But trust me, he's not just angsty for the angst. He has shit going on. I decided to give him a more serious, more professional look in the assassin vibe. I gave him combat boots because I know this bitch is like, really? Everyone's wearing Converse? Nah. Converse in the heels? Nah. Nuh-uh. So I gave him combat boots because I know he stomps around like he's the little boss of the place. I made him a lot more beefier because he works out a lot. And I really wanted him to be beefy. I gave him a short shaven hair look. His old design, it used to be just a carbon copy of Michael because I was gonna make them identical twins, but I was like, no, they're fraternal. I really want a differentiality in their designs because I love drawing. I love character design. It's just one of my favorite things to do. So I decided to pretty much make him a lot taller, make him a lot beefier, and kind of shaved his hair down because I liked it a lot more. And I pretty much gave him thick thighs. His character is very in-depth and honestly one of my favorites. He has a very like, I'm serious and I know it. I'm very serious all the time. I'm serious. But honestly, he's as moral as you could get as an assassin. You know, I'm not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, but you know, I'm not gonna judge him either. I can't say shit. They could all kill me in like half a second. He's very quiet. He's very just keeps to himself. He doesn't really like conversation. Honestly, he's very, I don't know. I don't want to say boring. He's boring in conversation. No one likes talking to him for more than 5 seconds or else they either get intimidated or they get scared off or they're bored. So they just leave. And honestly, he couldn't care less. He's just like, okay, I'm gonna go back to making tamales and pozole. I also gave him very thick eyebrows. I love thick eyebrows on serious characters. Making it exaggerated in their talking and how their expressions look is my favorite thing in the world. And honestly, his design came out very well. I'm very proud of how it came out. I could have done a lot more with these designs, but giving him the darker color values and just with his way his personality is, it fits a lot more than what he used to look like. And the contrast in character from him to his brother Michael is such a fun thing to me because I love contrasting characters, especially when they're related. Oh, feed me 4-course meals with that shit. So I decided to make him my little serious boy and Michael my little fun lad. But they both have their flaws, and that's okay. So anyway, here's Andreas, my little funky serious boy. So Logan is my fancy boy, my little rich boy. I love him so much. I did so well on his design. He is so, I love him so much. I'm so proud of how he came out. I made him my little twink in charge. I made him very extroverted. He used to be very like introverted, which I didn't really like. I decided to make him a little shorter than his original design. He used to be very tall, so I kind of switched him up with Colin a little bit in that way. But I decided the short king kind of fit way too good for him. I also decided the kind of straight hair with the braid on the side wasn't really my style. But I honestly don't have a lot of background fits that I had in store for him. But honestly, the way I made him now is a lot better than any of his designs that I have made before. I decided to give him a short shave, like undershave in the back. And like half chop his hair to give him the little K-pop boy look. I love him. I loved his design. I love his hair. His hair was my favorite to design. I also curled it up a bit more because he used to be very straight and I like the curly bits. I also gave him these little earrings because he's my little fancy lad. I gave him a tight black turtleneck just because it fits his personality a lot more. And I gave him these nice ass little boots because I'm like, oh yeah, this bitch would slay in heels. He's very loud, he's very extroverted. Him and Michael are actually best friends, and I love them. They're my favorite duo. Honestly, the way they interact in the show makes me so happy because I love duo characters that just work so much better. Even if they are by themselves, they work, but together they just make magic. They have so much like chemistry together, and they're both best bros for life. I love them. I decided to make him very, very opposite of his previous personality. He used to be very serious and professional, but I'm like, he's professional, but he's funny in the way that matters. He puts a lot of, let's just say he really spices up the workplace. He's best friends and grew up with the leader of their team, and I love that. The leader of their team tolerates him. He's learned not just to let it go. You're not gonna be able to stop the fancy lad. I decided to make him also very, like, I don't want to say flirtatious. Honestly, his design came out a lot better than I thought it would, considering he was the toughest to redesign. He went through so many redesigns before I got something down, and I had to I was like, pick one. But, you know, I finally decided on this, and I'm very proud. He went through like a long hair phase, then a short long hair phase, and it's just like, oh, it's a whole thing. But his design came out really well, and I'm very proud of how it came out. He really has a character design that reps his personality, and I'm very proud. But here's Logan, my little fancy boy. I love him. Next up is Gregory, the leader of the team and my rich boy in charge, even though he doesn't like to admit it. So Greg changed a lot. He used to look like this, and this entire thing is a mess. His forehead is like too big, and his eyes are too low. It's so bad. It's so bad. So I decided to keep the hair, but I changed the bangs because the bangs looked a little too like homeless man. And he's supposed to be rich, so come on. And I decided to give his sister the same bangs. You'll see her in the next video. She's great. So I decided to give him these like front long strands. I love how they came out. They're so cute. Well, cute for me, not for him. So I decided to make him a little thick. He's a little chubby, but that's okay. We love a himbo. We love a thick boy. He's very serious. He was always serious, but I decided to make him very more professional serious and not just I'm the angsty character that's serious. That's for Andreas. So I decided to shorten him down a bit. He's a short king. He's taller than Logan, but like shorter than Michael. He has, you know, an egotistical personality, but the way it just like he has it in secret where he's like, I want no one to question my authority. And you know what? Good for him. That's valid, I guess. He's very loud, but not in the fun way, in the way that he yells at everyone. Greg, for me, was a big accomplishment because I've never made a good character that could be serious but still lovable. And I don't know if you guys love him. In the animation, you know, in the pilot, he's pretty funny. But it grows on you. He grows on you. He just has to stay around long enough and you'll like him. You're gonna notice how I gave everyone else just like either a turtleneck or just a shirt or a t-shirt. Michael. I gave him a white button-up shirt with a tie and just a lot more professional outfit because I realized he is, you know, he is the pretty much leader of the group. He wants to be seen as professional and not to be questioned, even though none of them listen to him. He's basically taking care of the equivalent of 4 toddlers. But you know what? He learns. He learned their weaknesses and how to control them, and I'm so proud. So Greg originally is the CEO's son, so I really wanted to really like shove in the fact that he's professional, but only the fact that his dad is making him do this. He doesn't really like to do his job, but he does it just to like be seen that he is doing his job. He doesn't like it and he hates being there, but God, he does it right. But yeah, Greg honestly is one of my better characters, and I'm really proud of how he came out. His design changed the least, but he's still one of my favorite designs. And here he is. Well, thank you so much for watching. That was a lot of fun. I love character design, and I'm probably going to talk about more of my characters, the ones that aren't going to get spoiled. So far, the pilot is being worked on now, and we're trying to come up with a release date because we are very deep into it. But honestly, we'll come up with more updates. I'll probably post more about it here. I really want to do some fun stuff drawing with the voice actors and just getting our project more out there. So if you please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for the support. We're working on the project soon. I'm probably going to post clips of it here and post some fun stuff and doodles. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you stick around. Bye!